everybody, welcome back to my channel and to today's video, which we are going to be doing two looks with the Beautbean x Shroud Cosmetics. It's Freakin Bats palette. This arrived yesterday. I'm so excited. Oh my god. It's so beautiful, guys. Anyway, so what we're going to do is two looks with this. I'll do one look and then I'll come back and do a full other look with it. So yeah. If that sounds interesting, if you want to see me play with this happy little palette here, please keep watching. Alright everyone, so I know it's been a while since I've actually done like a face-to-facey type video, so hello. For those of you who are new here, hi, I'm Carolyn. Welcome to my thing. I've been absent mostly on YouTube for nearly 2 months. I will do a full get ready with me why I've been missing video later. That will not be this video. This video is all about this gorgeous palette here. So I have cracked the spine like a naughty child at off a book. But here it is. Here is the Beautbean x Shroud Cosmetics. So this palette was, I think it was just as I was doing my last few videos that this palette was kind of shown, like the first images of it. I was there on the pre-order launch day and I ordered in the first like minute or two, so I was lucky enough to be one of those people who got the first initial batch of the pre-order. But it did take quite a while, and props to the owner and creator and everything for Shroud Cosmetics in being able to produce such a high volume amount of products in a short time, because I mean, I understand it's just her doing it by herself and it's really amazing. She did get back to me on an email that I sent because I was one of those people. But once it was shipped, it got here very quick. Everything was good. The zero color down here, this really beautiful shimmer, was broken when it arrived, but I just pushed it back in. It's a soft shimmer. I'm not really surprised. I did order 2 other palettes. Let me just grab those. So I got the Creepy Cute. If you haven't seen this one, this is what she looks like here. So it's like a bright pastel moment with some gray and a black. Very excited about that one. I love the feeling of this packaging. It's really soft and very nice. I don't know. And then I got the Arcana one, which for me, like thinking about like colors that I love to use, I think this is going to be one that I'm going to use a lot. It's so pretty. So I might come back and make some looks with these if you guys are interested. So yeah, just drop a comment down below. Also, I did get the bundle with the pins. So these are what the pin badges look like. Sorry for all the reflection. Obviously, if you've been here before, I've changed my setup a little bit, so this is what it looks like. So it's a little bit brighter. Hopefully the lighting is better than usual. So it's 2 kind of it-inspired ones, and then a little bat, sparkly bat for It's Freakin Bats. So what we're going to do is, I should probably swatch this whole thing. So let me go ahead and just put up some swatches here. You are seeing them before I have done them. So let's just go over what each of the colors is. So the first one we have is a bright shimmery green, and that one's called Handbook. The next one we have kind of a lilac-y blue, powder blue kind of color called a Spooky, and that one's a matte. The third one is a purpley lavender shimmer, and that one is called Apparition. Then the next row we have a really beautiful kind of tealy green color, and that one is Atoms. And then we have this really lovely greeny gold color in the middle, and that one is called Sam, and that one is a shimmer. So Atoms was a matte and Sam is a shimmer. Trappa is like this it's a really unique kind of bright olive green matte. I don't have a lot of colors, I think, that are like that, so that's going to be very fun to have in my collection. Then we have Zero, which this is the one that broke, and I think it's a duochrome, kind of a pink purple blue shift. It's really beautiful. It's very, very soft. So we're definitely going to try that on the eye today. Dairy, which is a really deep plummy purple color. I'm so excited about that one. That is a matte. And the last one is kind of like a deep teal shimmer, and that one's called Grim. So those are the colors. You won't be surprised to hear that I'd like to do a green look, but actually my first look I think I'm going to do is going to be a purple blue look. So I think that's where we're going to start. So let me go ahead and zoom everyone in and let's get going with a look. So we are going to go ahead and I'm trying a new eyeshadow primer. This is the Shroud Cosmetics Clean Canvas base in Fair. I thought because these are quite bright colors that we might want them to pop a little bit, so using a clear primer might not be the best. So, oh, I'm not wearing any other makeup yet. I almost always do my eyes first, and today is going to be no exception. I'm kind of guessing that these are going to be pigmented with the potential for fallout. I don't know anything yet, but I'm just kind of, well, hedging my bets and making sure that I don't make a huge mess all over my face. Because that's the problem. I'm not a careful, like, obviously, as I've had commented, I am not a professional makeup artist. I don't have any training. I just do this because I think it's fun and I like it, and I want to do this. So I'm very messy. I just do whatever kind of feels comfortable and normal for me. I'm not too experimental in my looks. I think I kind of stick to the normal kind of stuff most of the time. I have all these brushes in front of me and I don't want to use any of them. I got this brush in the Sigma Untamed palette thing. I really liked that one, and of course I can't remember the name of it. It is a double-ended brush, but it's really nice. Oop, there is still a lot of old product on it. I'm trying to wipe it off. So the color I'm really wanting to try first is actually Dairy. And because I want this to be quite a dark look, I'm going to start with Dairy, then smoke it out a little bit with Spooky, and then go in with Zero as the shimmer on my lid. That's normally how I do it. I normally do 3 colors. Can't see my hands, 3 colors. So it'll be pretty typical. All right, so I haven't tried this at all. Really is first impression. So let's go ahead and give this a dip. Of course, I'm using a dark brush, so we can't actually see. Oops, sorry. I have a new little pop-up table here, so this might not be the right brush either, but we're going to go with it. So there's a lot of product that kind of popped up in the pan, which I don't really mind. It kind of means, for me, it's usually make it a little bit easier to blend, but already fallout, so I'm glad that I did not do anything else for my face quite yet. Ooh, but wow. I have barely put any product on. Look at that already. That's like so intense. So cool. So I'm going to just be my normal messy self and just kind of slap it on and then kind of work it a little bit afterwards. So I just want to like lay down this color roughly where I want it to be, and then I will start to blend. Just wiping this a little bit so that it's not too dark everywhere, and then just blending it out. Wow, it blends really well. I think this color Dairy would be really nice like on its own, like it's just like a one color kind of look with like a shimmer over it. So what I'll probably do is I'll probably go back in and pack a little bit more right here just to give a little bit more intensity and to make sure it's super dark in that outer V kind of area. And I am taking it down quite low because I always clean up under my eyes with a makeup wipe thing. Well, it's not makeup wipe, it's some makeup remover on a cotton pad. So again, just wiping the brush, taking it off so that I don't have any extra product, and then just fluffing out the edges a little bit. I love that color. I think that's so pretty. It's like almost black. It's almost a black plum, so it's really, really deep, and I think, sorry, it's like, you can see it's absolutely everywhere. It's probably gonna bother some of you, so let me just do a little wipe there. Okay, so now I just have a slightly bigger, fluffier brush. I'm going to go into Spooky, which was that bright periwinkle kind of color. I'm just kind of fuzzing out this edge with it. Ooh, that's pretty. I think when I do the second look, I'll try a different primer just to see if that changes anything, whether this primer is just good or bad or whatever, I don't know. I want to really see the performance of the shadows and not worry necessarily that it's the primer being particularly good or particularly bad or whatever. So, I mean, that's kind of what I was looking to make it do. I might go just a little bit more just to make sure that you can really see that blue color pop. Yeah. Then I might go back in a little bit more with Dairy and just deepen that as well. And I'm also not too worried about like the lower edge of the shadow because I always use a black eyeliner, so that's going to disappear anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. So that's why I'm quite messy with my makeup, because I do a lot of cleaning of it afterwards. So let me take a little flat brush, make sure it's clean. With Zero, I get the impression that you really could just use it with your finger. I do want to just try it with the brush in the first instance. I'm not wetting it, I'm not doing anything. I just really want to see what it's like on its own to start with. Gosh, that's such a pretty color. Oh my god. Sorry, that is incredible looking. Oh my gosh. I imagine it would be even more intense if it was, if you had made the brush a little bit damp. Or even put down maybe like a glitter glue first, but there's no fallout with this shade. The only one that I saw any fallout with was Dairy. And I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I seem to see that as a pattern with really dark pigmented mattes. They do tend to have a lot of fallout. It's probably something to do with the way that they are formulated. Okay, I'm just going to take this one. I'm just going to clean this up, just add a little bit more of the Dairy color just right there so that the shimmer doesn't go too far over. See, so it makes a little bit more of a definition over there. Make sure it's even. Alright, so that's what it looks like before I've cleaned and before I have put liner and mascara and stuff on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and finish the entire rest of my face off camera, because this is about the shadows and not about my mug. So I'll come back and show you what it looks like kind of all finished here in a moment. So be right back. Alright guys, so this is the finished look for today. I didn't really feel like doing a full face of makeup, so I just put a little bit of concealer on. Some blush, some highlighter. I'm playing with this one. Oh my god, guys. This one, the Space Age Prophecy from Kaleidos. It looks white to you guys, but it is a multi-chrome highlighter. It's gorgeous. I also put it in the inner corner to give it a little bit more kind of pop. So this first look is so pretty. I'm really, really happy with this. That Zero shade is like beautiful. Anyway, so we will go ahead and do a second look here in a moment, and it'll be green, so it should be beautiful as well. All right, here's the next one. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into this second look with it's Freakin Bats. Sorry, I love the name. I think it's cute. So we did that kind of smoky purpley one to start with, and of course, I really want to get into these greens. So I'm thinking for the most part I'm going to use Trappa. Like I really want that kind of olivey color all over. We might deepen it up with a bit of Adams here, and then of course I'm 100% using Handbook. Like this is everything. I love this color so much. So just to get that out of the way then. For a primer, I'm going to use my Hourglass Veil primer. It is kind of one of my new favorites since I did my eyeshadow primer video. I think it works really well for me. I was worried that I was developing a little bit of irritation around using it, but actually I think it's the NYX glitter glue primer thing, or the glitter primer, that definitely makes my eyes itch, so I have to be careful using that one. So this one does set down clear, so there isn't any kind of like light base in which to build on top of, so hopefully that'll be fine with these shadows. I mean, thinking about the, sorry, I'm just looking for a brush here. Thinking about the previous look, I think it should be fine. The shadows are quite pigmented, so I'm not really that worried that it's not going to show up well. So, all right, let's just let that, make sure it's set. All right, so I'm just using a kind of fluffy medium brush thing. I don't know. This one I got from Spectrum B07. I don't know. I just grab whatever brush takes my fancy at the moment. I know I should probably be like trying harder to use appropriate brushes for appropriate like parts of the eye, but I just use whatever feels good, it's comfortable. So, all right, so that is it. It is obviously very pigmented. I'm very excited. So let's start putting her on. Ooh, pretty. Already gorgeous. I love this color. Oh my god, so nice. So I'm really wanting this to be kind of the dominant color, and we're just going to use the darker green to really kind of deepen the outer corner. So I am going in pretty heavy with it. It is, I don't know if I can show this to you properly, but if you can see, it does collect up in the pan a little bit, so they are a bit on the, I don't want to say powdery, I guess that is correct, but I'm perfectly happy with that. I think it makes for usually a more blendable eyeshadow. If there's not a lot of kind of kick up in the pan, then I do tend to think that it's going to be slightly a little bit more difficult to work with. So, but this color is so pretty. I think it would be even brighter if I did use like a white or a light base. So like you could use the Anastasia Beverly Hills base, the one I used earlier, the Shroud Cosmetics Clean Canvas one, might be useful as well. There's plenty of other light colored bases that you could use. I mean, obviously you could check out my primer video if you want to see some that are in there. There's a lot of new ones that have come out, and I want to go through and test all of those. Ooh, I should add that to my filming list. So I've really gone pretty heavy with this green, but I think that's a beautiful green. It's so pretty. I just want to say, you know, I'm doing these in real time. I haven't sped anything up, and that's how easy these are to work with right there. I mean, this is what, 30 seconds, you know, a worth of like applying and trying to blend it out. And I think it looks gorgeous already. So I would honestly be happy with just this color all over my eyes. All right, so I have a small brush. I got these new ones from Nabla. These is a precision soft crease. So I'm going to go into Atoms with that one. So that's that bright teal color. Let me just a little bit. Oh my god, that color. So pretty. And we're just going to kind of bring it mostly up off to the side here, but also in the crease a little bit to just deepen things up a little bit. And they're building on top of each other pretty well. I am getting this one coming through underneath a little bit, but I'm probably going to go back over it with the Trappa color anyway, so just to make it a little bit more kind of a murky green, not really too bright. But if you just kind of gently pat this on, you can get a pretty good intensity of color. You can see where I blended it, and you can see that there's like another one coming through there. So I think if you wanted this dark green to be like the dominant color, make sure to put that one down first. So I'm just putting the Trappa over top of it to kind of blend the two in together so that they don't look quite so splotchy, because there definitely was some patchiness there, which I'm using a different primer than I did the first time, so it could be that that's kind of why. I think I'm going to cover most of this with the shimmer and with an eyeliner, so I'm not too worried about it, but just in case you're curious, so you can see it's a little bit patchy kind of in that middle area. Let's see if the same happens on the other side. Because sometimes, you know, I've only been doing this channel for a little bit under a year, and I like to think that my makeup skills have gotten slightly better over that time, but I'm still learning lots of new things and new ways in which to do my makeup, so I think it's very likely that I'm making mistakes when things don't go perfectly correctly, if that makes sense. It's like, it's easy to like blame the makeup, like the quality of the makeup or whatever, for if it doesn't look great, but you also, I think, have to take into account your own skills and ability. And I'm not saying that you have to be like super skilled in order to use a particular product. All I'm saying is that if it doesn't work, it could be the product, it could also be you. So, you know, do kind of think about it. So like this eye worked really well and there's no problems with it particularly compared to this one. So I learned a little bit about the eyeshadow. I just adjusted the way I was placing it, and this one looks way better than this one. So I think it's skill and learning about how the shadows work and then how best to use them on your eye. Because I can show you how it works on mine 100 times, but as soon as you put that shadow to yours, it might look completely different. Just taking a little bit more of Trappa and going out this way just to bring this out to the side a little bit. Same here. So far, I think it's looking good. I think once the liner is on and once the shimmer is on, I think it's gonna look better. But I always get this like right here and here, like a couple areas where like the shadows just don't ever want to stick. So, you know, you just kind of get used to that. So there's Handbook. Oh my God, I love this color. Yes. Oh my gosh, the shimmers are so beautiful in this palette. Wow. I am exceedingly pleased. Is that not one of the most beautiful green shadows you've ever seen? I think that's just, sorry, I'm gonna keep on staring at it. That's absolutely stunning. That's exactly what I was hoping this was gonna look like, and it did not disappoint at all. I mean, it's such a vibrant, bright green. I mean, this would be something I'd want to wear on my eyes every day. It looks similar, like if you're trying to think about what you have, because I know that right now, if you haven't done the pre-order, if you didn't buy it after the orders actually were like official, not pre-orders anymore on the 12th of October, you're probably not going to get this palette for a long time. So if you're thinking about what other ones might be good, if you want a similar green to this, there is the Just My Luck palette by Colourpop. The Mary Jane color in there is similar. Not as good. This is really, really good, guys, but it is very similar. So I think with that palette, you could get a similar green look. The purples, those are going to be a little bit harder because I can't think of any off the top of my head that are going to have those exact shades. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up, put on the rest of my face. I'm without makeup at the moment other than the eyes, and then kind of come back, show you what the final look is, and then give you my kind of first review thoughts about this palette. Okay? Be right back. Alright guys, I've finished this face for the most part. Still trying to get into doing a full face of makeup again. I mean, I kind of haven't been. Anyway, so here's the final eye look. Just see, I have my glasses off for the moment so you can see. And I'm very happy with it. I don't think I did the best job, but I think it's such a nice quality eyeshadow formula that it doesn't really matter. So anyway, sorry, the glasses are going back on. You guys are gonna have to be okay with me wearing glasses from now on. I really need to be able to see what I'm doing. So what do I think? What do I think about this? It was worth the wait. I'm being really honest here. I'm so happy with this, and the colors are exactly what I expected them to look like. They are stunning. They are absolutely beautiful. The shimmers are to die for. Like, absolutely, they are so beautiful. I think if you have the opportunity to pick this up once Shroud opens her store back up and is allowing for more orders. I was reading through her Instagram, and I believe she's getting a larger pressing machine so that she can do more in a day, and so hopefully she'll be able to get more stock out at a faster rate than right now with just being able to hand press everything. When this comes back in stock, I really do highly recommend this. I think this is gorgeous. It is a genuinely interesting color story, one that I don't have in a lot of palettes. Yes, the greens, because I have so many greens, it's likely I'm going to have overlap. The purples, I don't have a lot of overlap there. Those are some really unique and interesting purple colors, and like I said, the shimmers are just so good. I'm really happy with this. So I don't know, if you're waiting on your palette, be patient, because I personally think this is worth waiting for. I mean, I was just like everyone else. I'm like, oh, where's my palette? But I'm so happy I have it, and I think that Shroud Cosmetics and Beautbean did like an amazing job with this. So definitely double thumbs up from me. And for my first review in a while, I couldn't be happier, honestly. So yeah, that's gonna be it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. A little bit different format from me than what I used to do with multiple looks. So I hope you like it. If you did, leave me a comment down below. And yeah, if you did like it, you could hit the like button down below. You could subscribe, come hang out with me again. And yeah, I hope you all have a really lovely day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.